Alrighty, hello everyone, Busy Gamer Dad back again for our third and final closing thoughts episode for Idle Pixel Fantasy. This is a idle game that you can have on in the background while you're doing your work or while you're playing another game and just have a little bit of fun with. It is a fun, free game that I will have a link for you guys should you want to pick it up for yourselves and add it to your Steam library. It is a very good addition to the Busy Gamer life because, as it says, it's an idle pixel fantasy game. The closing thoughts episode is a new thing here where we're going to go through the game and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts about how the game mechanics function as I have come to understand them, as well as if there's any changes in the trajectory of the game where I think it might be worth it for you to understand a little bit more about certain things before you buy it. Now, these are my opinions and they do not reflect any sponsored or paid advertisements, etc. But at the end of the day, I will summarize this game right now. I think that you should try it. It's a free game, and it's available for you as an idle game, and it's a fun little game to play and have a couple of hours with. So right now we are, as you can see, I let this run while I was going through my D&D campaign in the background. I didn't build anything up that was going on other than I grabbed a couple of Santa's gifts. So we have Santa unlocked. I want you to make sure that you also know the mechanics as I see them right now. Notice that we have 66 as our max treasure chest, but we have 0. That is because 0 have spawned in. When you leave this game and come back, you have 0 chests. But now you can see that they came back and that our little passive guys or idle guys are just going to be going around stomping the chests and getting them unlocked for us. That is a big thing that may be a frustrating factor if you do close this application out and come back to it if your computer restarts and you're trying to do something. But it's a subtle nuance. It's not anything that's going to be game breaking in my opinion. I think it's still a very fun game to play, even with that aside. Now, each of these shelves, we have the ground shelf, I have maxed out everything. We have the rocks shelf that I have maxed out everything. We have the dungeon shelf here that I have maxed out everything. And we have the ice shelf here that I have maxed out everything. In the ice shelf, there was Santa right here who drops presents, like I said. And it's just one of those weird things that he just does it. It's just a random thing that he just drops out on the map, and we just click it and we get something. The thing that you'll notice here is we have a shop that we can actually swap currencies for if we choose to, if we want to, if we're missing something. That is something that I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of fun. I think that's a really good idea to have. Everything else is kind of a passive. Where did I get the shop from? I think I got that from Santa or something else. I can't remember what I got the shop from, but that is a mechanic that's pretty straightforward. You spend 20k gold, we'll get 1k in crystals. We spend 500 crystals, we'll get 5k gold. So if you're missing a resource, you can change the paradigm, try and shift towards getting it. So as you'll notice, our DPS is enough to take these chests down, and we're not climbing back up to our cap. We're still holding on to things, but it's a slow climb back up. I'll say we're not like fully like able to get rid of everything. So if you did want to maximize your return, you can come on here and then click and get rid of a couple of the treasure chests if you so choose to. But let idle games do what idle games do best and be idle and just get you the money. And this was just from roughly about 2 hours of leaving the game running in the background while I had my other applications open for my D&D campaign. But this episode is all about spending it. We're just going to go free sailing on this. So if you look here, each shelf is the standard size. We're going to be ending up probably getting all the shelves, or at least close to it, depending on the price cap that ends up going on. So without any further ado, we're going to get the volcano shelves. The mechanics in this game function, every shelf seems to be the same. They do not interwork on each other. So like these guys don't come up here, these guys don't go down there. Everything is just on its own individual platform, and they do not interact. They don't even know that there's someone above or below them. Now, I know some of you are probably like, I wish my neighbors said that. Yeah, I know. I lived in an apartment that was the top floor apartment, and I was actually really thankful that I was in the top floor apartment when I was a kid. When I say a kid, when I was younger and I had my own first place, it was really nice. Let's see, spawn big chest every 38 seconds. So every level kind of has the same flow to it, where you have chest generators, you have people that attack the chests, and then you have money generators, and then you also have... let's see if I can get, where are they at? There's probably someone increases the number of chests that you can have. Okay. So right now I'm going to get Van Helsing's or Helsing's. Oh, Helsing's. Oh, that's from the anime. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Helsing anime. Nice. I like it. Then we have the vampire. So again, I'm just going to go through. I have the money. I'm just going to spend it and get everything that I can. So you'll notice that as we are also buying these things, the cost goes up for each of them. That's normal. That's just fine. That's just how the game functions. This is the love child of a solo developer. I don't know if these are assets or not, but the pixel art is pretty good. I like the pixel art. I like all these little chibi kind of characters. I think they're really fun. I think they work really well in the environment. I think they all have their own little unique characteristics, and they have their own idle animations as they're walking around. They're doing their things. So I think that's a lot of fun. I'm gonna keep going down the road where I get the max amount of chests that I can get. Increases the max amount of chests. That's fine. Just so we don't cap out. And then on every level, there is a top monster, and for each level, it is a thematic one in a way. So the very low level was Fenrir, then the T-Rex, and then there was this Bone Crusher, and then there was a not the Golem actually, but this guy, the Stonebreaker, and this one looks like it's a Beholder. So if I click on the Beholder, I'm gonna get that, but I don't think that's actually the topmost one. I don't think that, that is. We can get 2 Beholders. Oh, they look cool. I like them. I like them a lot. And so, yeah, right now, I mean, like I said, we're just spending the money. I'm just going to be rambling on, letting the idle game do what idle game do best. Just be itself and function in the background while we chat. So right there, we had enough money, more than enough, to max out the volcano level. So we're going to go up and we're going to do spend 100K, and we're going to get the cloud level. And this is where the boss is. So I do not know what this mechanic is right here, but this dragon has a bunch of health, it looks like, and it looks like that's how you prestige. So kill the boss and we get a gem, and then we can spend it inside here, and that's how you rinse repeat the game over and over again. Oh, Santa was the one who gave us the trade. Okay, that's fine. I think that I want to do cheaper gold costs, but that costs 3, so I don't know. Maybe our unit cap, or maybe our click power, if I could do that, or increase the number of chests, or movement speed. So one of these 3, I think one of these 2 is the priority. The movement speed is probably a little bit better off, because that's the gating factor for how quickly your monsters will get to move around. And I see there's 2 movement speeds, and I'm thinking that this one just affects the goblins, while this one affects the characters that are inside this. And so I'm going to probably do the movement bonus on these guys here. But yeah, so let's see if we can spawn our guys, and let's see what ends up happening. I want to see what happens. Do they get consumed? I think they probably get consumed. Elites move faster. Elite damage. Okay, so he's just attacking. All right, and so he's slowly whittling him down. I just want to see what ends up happening. There's our little elite archer, like, he's just doing his best. He's just doing his archer best. He's doing some damage. Let's see the dragon attack. Oh, he notices him. He notices him. He's gonna walk over and just flame breath him, or is he just gonna hang out? Nope, he's just kind of hanging out. All right, what about the knight? Is the knight gonna get in there? Attack the boss. Attack the boss. Let's see. I want to see what happens here. He's got a little bifork, a bident. So the dragon doesn't attack them. They're just hanging out. Oh, well, that's a little less exciting, unfortunately. I would have liked to see these guys get consumed, like the dragon attack them, and then things happen. So I'm just going to spend the money. Drop all these guys here, drop all these guys here, drop all them there, and that's it. Mountaintop. All right, we made it to the mountaintop. Now, there are decorations that you can get that are DLC funded. There's a bunch of different DLCs that you can get, and you can put them as aesthetic design choices for things if you so choose to. And that's up to you as the player if you want to spend it, obviously. Let's see here. So this is, I could just spend this right here. I mean, I've got the money to do all of them, so I might as well, right? Movement and speed, attack, elite damage, elite movement speed. Yeah, so they're just going to whittle this guy down, and that's it. We have nothing else to do but other than watch. I thought we were going to get like another 1 or 2 levels, but unfortunately it doesn't seem like that's the case. My favorite unit out of all of these guys is the Golem. I don't know why, I just like him. He's just kind of a little standing there doing things like that. One of the things these idle games do really well is they give you something to visually look at. If you're looking at a second monitor, have this off on your second monitor. And this game has a really nice design aesthetic that really just, and the clinkings and the music and the ambient noise that it produces is very nice and very therapeutic. And I actually found myself kind of staring off into space as I was watching this with my D&D party doing their things. So the game did exactly what it needed to do in that regard. It allowed me to just kind of turn my brain off and watch the world just function on its own and move through the various ins and outs without me interacting with it. There were a couple times, like I said, where I went down and where's Santa? It's a weird thing to keep on saying that. But these little treasure chests, there's nothing that collects them in the ice biome. I don't know why there's not anything that collects them, but there's nothing that collects them. So I have to sit there and I have to collect them, which isn't a terrible thing. Like increases treasure, it reduces the what is it? Reduces the oh no, they get the bonus from the priest for the gems right here. Yeah, and then Stone Tooth is the last guy. So yeah, you can just pick these up and you get, like I said, a cash reward. It's a random amount. I've had it go up as far as 3,000, 4,000 gold and around 1,500 gems. I had one 1,500 gem, and that was like 1,506 or something like that. So it's just random RNG that winds up being there. As far as these go here, like I said, you can click on them, and then it puts them on a cooldown, on a 5-minute cooldown. So it's up to you if you feel you need to do that. I never really did feel I needed to do that. If there's a way to do it, I don't know how to remove the border or have these just go away, the GUI, as it were, the interface, so that you just see the world function on its own. I would like to know if there's a button to do that. And if there is, please tell me in the comments so that I can just have this idle game going in the background and let it do its business. And just, not be having these cluttered fields, as it were. And I say cluttered fields like this is not a busy UI in any stretch of the imagination. But you can kind of see how things are a little bit overlapping. And yeah, it just kind of throws it off. I would like to see that if there is a way to remove the windows and everything like that and just let the world function on its own. That'd be really fun to see. It's almost like a passive screensaver, like a desktop game at that point. But we are whittling him down, and it looks like we're able to get him down pretty fast, actually. The warriors and everyone's just kind of following him around. He started off with 100,000, I think, so he's down 3/4 of his life, which is pretty good. Now, I do not know when we prestige what's going to end up happening, and that's going to be the probably closeout for our episode here. Well, we are chunking this guy really fast. Go, little guys, go! Do your things, cast your spells, shoot your bolts, stab him with the forkies. Yes, excellent. Elite mages, elite knights, and elite archers. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. Now, I do not know if he respawns as well. Like, if you prestige this, does everything reset? Or does he just reset and you have to rebuild, have to pay to have him come back or something like that? It's very interested to know. Inquiring minds want to know on the internet. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, dead. Yay! Congrats, thank you for playing. Click the ruby. Yep. You earned some rupees. Some. I earned 2. Oh, okay, cool. Kill the boss. Prestige +1. Alright, so I am going to do the movement speed. I think that's the movement and the attack speed are probably going to be the best thing for us. So if I were to do that, and let's see here, let's do the movement speed for the or no, let's increase the max unit limit. Yeah. Great, awesome. And then let's restart the game. Bam, right there. And then we're back to square one. And does it keep everything? It does. So yeah, you can prestige this game pretty quick. In a few hours, you can do everything over and over again. So we're starting back at the beginning of the episode. We've come full circle. So right now, all I'm doing is I'm dropping my first few peasants, my first militia, and we're gonna wait for him to spawn his treasure chest. And it's like, what, every 38 seconds? Yeah, that seems like the default value for all of the chest spawning. Let's hear. Skeleton, increase skeleton, and necromancer limit by 1, or by 10. Oh, interesting. Oh. Interesting. Oh, I have my Discord in the background. I'm sorry. So increase skeleton and necromancer unit limit by 10. Decrease humanoid limit by 10. Interesting. So I'm kind of stuck with... Let's drop another guy to give me some more chests. There, let's drop this guy to get another chest down, another chest generator. And it looks like for the first little bit, there is that manual level of doing things. But yeah, this was just a fun little game. It's a free idle fantasy pixel game. If the creator created all of these pixel arts, he did a really great job with them. If they're stock images, that's fine too. He created the game and the game world, and it functions really well. It's a lot of fun to enjoy and just have this in the background. The music, like I said, is pretty awesome. The clickies make me feel good. Number go up. The sound effects are all really good. So I think that he did a really great job. They did a really great job developing the game, and I think that you should give it a go. That's my closing thoughts on the game. I think that it's a really enjoyable thing, and it's a really great busy game to have in your background. If you are busy and you want to have something going in the background that's just kind of potentially, taking your stress factor out of like, I'm not doing anything, I'm not doing anything. Well, you got this off on the side and it's doing things for you. But this was Busy Gamer Dad showing you a nice little idle fantasy game for our busy session gameplay, where we're doing a different flow for the games, where we're taking the first episode as the initial thoughts, the second episode as game mechanics and understanding what's going on inside the game, and the third is the closing thoughts, and if I feel like it's something that as you as a busy gamer would want to try out. Like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, regardless, to enjoy this game with us. And like I said, I'll have a link for the game should you want to try it out for yourselves. I hope to catch you next week, where we'll pick up something fresh and new to take a look at. Later.